Hi and welcome back to my tutorial series. Today we'll be finishing the gamehud and the battle end widget, and then that's basically it for our scripting. And the video to follow, we will just polish a few things up and we will be done. So let's head over to our gamehud, and first thing we're going to do is not add some text. We're going to add a vertical box. And it doesn't need to be called anything. And then next we're going to add some text to the box. We'll call this health space semicolon or whatever it's called. And we'll add some more text. We'll call this mana space dots, and then we'll get another one. We'll call this AP, and then we'll get another one, and we'll call this status. And then we'll set justification to the right. Sorry, I just thought someone was breaking into my house. South Africa's dangerous, you know. Anyway, carrying on. We're going to get another vertical box. We'll drag that out, put it over here. Within this vertical box, we're going to add a text, a few more texts that we will set to just space. Let's just make it a space. Why is mana on top? Mana shouldn't be on top. Anyway, and then we'll copy and paste that onto our vertical box and just put a space between everything. So copy and paste once again, and just get a space in between all of it, and that should do. So onto our next vertical box. Let's add some text. The text will be 00, as we will set it inside of the we'll actually create a binding for it. We won't set it in the event graph. And then we will add more text, another 00, and another space, and we'll add another one, call it 00, one more space, and then we'll add one more text. Let's just stretch this vertical box out of it, and that'll do for now. Okay, so let's compile and see. Okay, and then we can head over to the graph, and on our event construct we're going to want to cast to my character, the object being get player character, and then we will promote it to a variable, and we'll call this player ref for player reference, and compile and head back over to the designer tab, go to common, get a progress bar, put it right on there, and stick it right about there, drag it right across both of those, anchor to the bottom right, get another one, do exactly the same thing. I just lost my bar. Anyway, I did it again and again. Really? Anyway, carrying on. We'll add one last bar. Just stick it around there somewhere. And you're going to want to anchor to the bottom right. Everything must be anchored to the bottom right. This vertical box and this vertical box. Okay, so let's set all of our variables. This one first, our health. So let's bind that, player reference, and why can't I set this health? Let's go create binding. Why is this not working? Hold on. Okay, we do have to do it this way. Let's get our player reference. Let's say get HP, and we're going to times it by a float. That float being 100, and then we'll plug that in. Compile, designer, get this one, bind the text. Let's create a binding, and that binding over here is going to be, let's pull out. Let's get our player reference. Let's say get mana. We're going to times it by a float. The float to times it by will be 100, and plug that in. And basically the same thing for our AP. Let's create a binding, get our player reference, get our AP, and this we can plug directly in. So compile. And then we're going to go over to our health bar. On the percent in the progress bar, go to create binding or player reference and just click HP. Go to mana and do the same thing, but for mana. And on AP, go create binding. And what you're going to want to do is get your player reference, say get AP, plug it in, disconnect it with Alt Tab. So you've normalized it into a float, and then you want to divide it by our max AP. So let's do that. Let's divide it by, let's get max AP and plug it in like such. I think that's correct. Yeah. Okay. And last of all, this status you want to bind to your player references status. So compile and save, and that is it for our gamehud.